first corner. Driver number 1 looking to the inside of 2. Second place, sets himself up for a pass going into this carousel. Is he going to be able to get his nose in there? Go.
Some heroes walk on 4 legs. I'm Jason Johnson, founder of Project K9 Hero. Not every retired police K9 or military working dog has a home to go to in retirement. We strive to ensure no hero is left behind. We cover the medical needs of our program members after their faithful service. Our organization also provides a lifetime sanctuary for many of these heroes who may suffer from PTSD. And whenever possible, we find them a forever home. Visit ProjectK9Hero.org to learn how you can help protect those who protected us.
Welcome to Pocono Raceway in the Iron Thunder Premier Series. Drivers actually just got done with their qualifying, was able to time that perfectly. So we will not have to sit through them going around the track multiple times trying to get their qualifying done. I'll pull up some race info here for you all, though. See, first responders 175, 70 lap stages at lap 20 and 40. And today drivers have 3 turns. There's not 4. That means these stretches are going to matter a lot. If you do not get through that turn very well or exit bad, you are going to have a very, very rough time getting through it. You do not want to mess up. Promise me, it's going to suck if you do. But I will pull up the starting grid here for you all. So first is Raymond Rittenauer, second Kevin Hash, third Matt Quick, fourth Josh Coley, fifth Dave Matson, sixth Brandon Hamitat, seventh Matthew Klusterhuis, eighth Brian Wortman, ninth Brandon Klusterhuis, 10th Manning Gregory, 13th, Eric Drapeau. 12th, Treston Ott. 13th, Daniel Half. 14th, Alex Little. 15th, Kelvin Masur. 16th, Paul Majivka. 17th, Lennon Polinsky. 18th, George Balfons Jr. 19th, Adam Boyles. 20th, Christopher Gale. 21st, Sawyer Ott. Dylan Hell's race controls. Anybody behind him will move up, but there is nobody else behind him. So that is all the drivers here today for this race. This is a part of their playoff series, waiting for a couple more guys to grid. So we'll have to give them time to do that. As I just saw Hamitat, I guess there's something wrong there. I wonder what that message was. I can probably see what it was, but I'm not going to really pay much attention to it at all. But this is, they have only about 3 more races left in the season here. They don't have many. Rush Series actually just had their championship last night, and it was Will LaRue who won that. So that was a good season for him, that's for sure. Yeah, there we go. We got everybody in here right now. So I'll pull up trading paints, give them a refresh just to make sure that need paint so that they've changed them after I got in. They'll show up for them. Don't think they do. Yeah, right now their skins are still loading in. Their paints are still loading in. They're gonna have these, but once it realizes, oh, this isn't the right paint, it's gonna refresh them all. There they go. See them starting to pop in with their paint schemes that they have. And there they go. Pop back into the frame. Yeah, they're all taking some time to load. There they are. Really, the tunnel turn is where these guys are going to have to be pretty on it. The tunnel turn is you can gain a lot of time. If you can really throw that car through there and get it to turn, the run you have is just insane. I mean, it is stupid fast. It's ridiculous. His car will be pulling off here, though. Long caution laps here at Pocono. That means you can get a lot of damage fixed if something does happen to you. His car pulls off here. Raymond Rittenauer will lead with the green as the green flag is in the air. We are underway here from Pocono. These guys come off the corner pretty well. This track is really kind of fun. It's easy to drive, but it's fun somehow. You're carrying a lot of speed. I mean, it's just a lot of speed overall. So you are really getting those corners probably about 180, 190-ish. That's not working at all. I have clean glasses, and they're not evidently going too well for me, but we will deal with that later. I think everybody's going to pretty much be in just a big draft right now. If you go out of the draft and don't have somebody, that's not going to be a fun time. It's going to be really difficult for you to be able to do anything. And you really do not want to have to deal with that. Back here we go. Looks like Manny Greg, you can see him kind of in the picture there just a little bit. Back there, looks like everybody else is pretty much kind of sorted out. We did have Sawyer and Helen Masur join after. They may have just had something happen with them trying to register for the session. That is not uncommon to see at all from guys. Oh, 3 wide over. These guys are definitely fanning out. Do a little bit of a refresh here. OBS, it's wanting to say that somebody is in pit road when they are not. So, that'll go away for just a second. Where he was still on pit lane. It has Raymond as the leader, but we'll just make sure to fix that. It's been doing that a lot recently for me. I don't know why. It'll be gone for maybe about 15 seconds, and it'll pop back up for y'all, so you don't have to worry too much about it. We'll actually bring up the old one while it's doing that, so we will have at least an overlay working. So, that 20 stage, I don't think they'll be pushing stupidly hard, but I think that they'll definitely be pushing a little bit. That's for sure. We'll just have to see how aggressive they want to be. But you see Coley, he's just tucked in behind him. This is kind of a big draft package at this moment right now for him. Camitat trying to break up the draft all the way down to the bottom. Actually might have gotten Show. Oh my gosh, he closed the gap on Brandon. Brandon says, I'm just going to go to the inside of you. I did not expect to see such an aggressive move. Good Lord. I mean, he just shot down there. He didn't even really make an announcement. He just kind of went down to the bottom. He's like, you know what? I'm going. Y'all want to try to race me? You race me. So be it. All these guys with the yellow banner are in the playoffs, however. So we'll check their playoffs. Yeah, so they have Pocono, Daytona, and Bristol in the playoffs right now. It's Coley, Hash, Rittenauer, Patterson, Drapeau, Quick, Boosterhoose, and Boyles. So these guys have, looks like pretty much we got contenders up front and some contenders in the back, like Brandon and Storm trying to get through this stuff. Trying out some different sound settings on OBS. Put a compressor instead of a limiter, so I think it sounds a little bit better for y'all now. If the sounds get too loud, it will lower the volume on its own. I'm not having to put that limiter to where it's actually cutting out the sound. What I realized it was doing. And I was like, oh crap, I gotta fix this now, so I got that done. Looks like he's looking at Brandon. I think that if you're these playoff guys, you're trying to ride right now. Just not get caught up in stuff that isn't needed. I got Matson leading the second group back here. Then they have a big gap too quick. They have almost a second and a half. It's a second and a fourth too quick in front of them. He's just sticking with this group, kind of on the tail end of it. These cars, too, in the draft, if you're the last car, it's really hard to stay on somebody's bumper. You really have to hope that there's some type of checkup in front of you to be able to really do anything. Found that out the hard way running races at Talladega. That was not fun at all. And I mean at all. Got going on back here, so you see Drapeau. Oh, that's a little bit of a nudge there from Balfons, I think. That was not a good hit there. He's not in the playoffs anymore either. I was making sure he's not in the playoffs, so all these guys that have a yellow banner, some of them might have just forgotten to take it off. I think some of them did. For me, it's not that big of a deal. Biggest mover so far is Balfonso. He is up 6 positions, currently sitting in 12. So he cuts off the nose of Little. I mean, that might end up pretty bad for you if you're not careful. That's a 2-to-1 ratio. Go a little bit quieter on the volume overall too. Quick is actually trying to make a pass on these guys right now currently, so he's seeing what he can do with his moves right now. I'm not blaming. It's actually probably a smart idea to try that. I mean, it can't really hurt him by any means at all. I mean, he took a shot. It didn't work for him though, but that's not a bad idea at all for him. He's surprisingly staying with this group too pretty well. Guys, got to remember though, in 10 laps, stage break will happen. So, Matthew Christopher's is filming Storm. Okay. Did not know that until you told me that. So thank you. Let me know. kind of guys in their own little world right now. Is Sawyer's 12 seconds off of the closest person in front of him. He has literally no one around. He's pretty much just running practice laps at this point for him. So if you're pretty organized, so I think this may be whoever gets out front stays in front. Some races do go like that. It's just kind of how they go. That is Matthew Pusher's filling in for Storm. That's why he's actually not in the race. That makes sense. Brandon and Matthew normally run together. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Yes. Brandon, okay. Matthew just switched with Storm on the number. That's what happened. I was confused. I was like, why did it say Matthew's not in the session? But then I looked at the number. His number just changed for him. He switched this one time. I think Raymond's starting to stretch out a little bit. I mean, these guys up front, 40 or 54, 36, 54, 39, 54, 52. Have some guys in the back running faster times. Also, Kelvin's up there time-wise. That's actually the second fastest lap on the track that he ran before. He's not doing too bad at all by any means. Because we haven't had any. These guys are cutting it close. I mean, they're cutting each other's noses off. Little cut Monsieur's nose off, I'm pretty sure. I don't think Monsieur was too happy about that. I think he gave him a little bit of a shot in the rear and say, hey, I kind of don't appreciate that, bud. Do that again, and it's going to be a fun time. There are different lines these guys can run, though. It depends on what you do. Because it's these long, sweeping turns, and you can kind of run them differently. I was always a driver that would kind of like to let the car float as Wortman. What is Wortman doing? Not Wortman, sorry. That was, who was that green car? That wasn't Boyles. That was Gale. I don't know what Gale's doing there. I was kind of confused, but Trapo's going to look on Manning for a position, but Trapo's got to get this pass done. And I am so confused at what Gale is doing. I think he's trying to break the draft, but that's an odd way to break it. You can just be moving up and down. You don't have to shoot all the way to the bottom. I was like, what is he doing? Nose to tail. This track can almost be labeled as like what they did to Atlanta because of the changes there. Oh, Lord. Let's go back here. Oh, my. Oh, gosh. And these guys are so close to cutting each other off on these exits. I mean, they're going at it back here, though. Gale is side drafting. That's what he's doing. He's side drafting. Getting close to Gregory, then shooting away from them. He pulls the air off of Manning's car, kind of gives it to him instead. And he just tries to skedaddle off. He can't really do it most of the time, though, but he does get it done that time. So I'll eat my words instead. I'll shut up. There we go. I move that compressor up to the front now. That's what oh, we got contact there, as I had a feeling that was going to happen between somebody. Alphonse and Manning get into it on the front stretch. Might have just been netcode that decided to make those two cars try to shake hands out the window. Long story short, you do not want to be able to see somebody's hand if you're driving. If you do, you are way too close to them. These top four have literally stayed 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where these guys qualified. Witt did get a position, though. I did notice that now. don't know when he got around Coley because I was looking back there at these guys just do whatever they are. I think Wortman hasn't. Sorry, not Wortman. Gale has this side draft down pretty much. He's done it successful a lot of times now. If he rolls this corner, he will, but he's got no help is the issue. And he's able to tuck back in line luckily though, so he's not left out to dry by any means. He's still got some help with him. Probably glad about these. Like, yes, thank the Lord, I don't have to deal with just being alone out here. I want to see what is that sponsor he's got on his car. Oh, look at that! Y'all see that sticker right there? That's a pretty cool one. It says Ghost Racing Network. Pretty awesome. I might get some merch for Ghost Racing Network. I don't know. I want to, don't want to, but speaking of, no, I was gonna. It doesn't work. I'm gonna say merch. Yeah, you can get that cat no shirt. Anyway, Wick is making his way up front right now. Or I thought he was. He tried to go around Hash and he just didn't have a run, so he's got to tuck back in behind him. Gonna give Coley a run. He's not gonna take it either. These guys are just nose to tail. Well, they're mother. There they are. Workman, I think, has finally realized. Maybe, or not Workman. Gale has probably finally realized, maybe my side draft doesn't work on everybody. I would like it to, but it doesn't. And it kind of sucks. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's see, actually, I think Hash might start getting a run on here on Rittenhour. Luckily in these cars, the draft isn't that heavy. If you had the old cars, oh my gosh. The draft at Pocono was stupid. I mean, it was so ridiculous that it would pretty much pull you when you were behind somebody. You didn't have to do anything. You can just keep your foot off the throttle. Coley's looking back inside of Quick, though. He's going to get to his inside. I think Quick gave up that position. He realized, man, it's only 19 laps into the race. They're actually going to be coming up on their first stage here at lap 20. I think at the end of this lap, it should be thrown for a caution. As we hit points, as Gale finally does that move on Drapeau. I think Drapeau might be trying to get him back, though. Drapeau is right on the bumper of him. He's going to look. Gale kind of blocks him a little bit. Goes down to the bottom and says, I'm going to kind of take your lane just a tad. Not a lot, though. Just a little bit. Doesn't give it to him, and I like that, as Gale's going to power out on the outside. He has He has Matthew in front of him, so that's going to help him, too. Be able to draft off of Matthew and able to get that position back as Drapeau is trying to take it from him. This Hash has actually gotten under Raymond as I was looking at that. A little bit of contact. Who's Coley going to go with? Coley will go with Hash. So he might actually take it for himself instead. Coley, you're going to make it 3 wide. He's thinking about it. Looks appealing to him as the caution does come out. That was for the stage. So Raymond, he will be the stage winner. I think Coley was thinking about it. He realized, the stage is over. I can't really get any more positions. Might as well just kind of just tuck out. Like, hey, I exist. These guys will all get 4 tires fuel. There's no reason to stay out. It'd be a bad mistake if you stayed out, too. A really bad idea. We will talk with Raymond after he does his pit stop. I want to do it after they get that done because I don't want to mess them up coming into pit road. As Ah, that's what it is. That was kind of what I thought. I mean, you guys really can't make a move. It's pretty much whoever gets in the lead kind of keeps it. It's really track position related. Don't have track position while you're not gonna have a fun time. But these guys are running about pretty much almost 1 minute laps. So we'll let them do that, and we'll bring somebody in. I don't think anybody has any damage at all because there was no wrecks. This is kind of a break to Sawyer, though, because he was literally in the middle of nowhere. This will bring him back with the group. He missed the grid. So did Matt. No, it was Masur who missed it also. Yeah, Masur's back here with him. Okay, I'm making sure I'm not going insane yet. The keyword was yet. Because I very well maybe. Here comes everybody. So Raymond's going to lead him down here. Everyone else filing in. Dylan Hale is not here. Just made sure. That's race control for the Iron Thunder Premier Series and Rush Series, I believe, too. Yes, that is true. Matthew visits his pit box there. However, I really don't think that's going to hurt him too much at all. Yeah, it'll be 4 tires off and away, and Raymond, he will maintain the lead as Coley actually beats Hash off, I think. Yeah, he actually beat him off pit road. We'll bring in Raymond Rittenauer at the stage 1 winner here. Let me pull him into a room. Hey Raymond, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man? Man, so you won the first stage. Now, how does your car feel up there?
It's a little sketchy here and there, especially you get somebody right behind you, get a little bit loose, you're going to turn wrong.
So how has your playoff run, gone so far up to this point at Pocono? Because you're still in it for the championship.
I would say it's going pretty good here. Just gotta keep the tires on it and hopefully get a top 5.
So do you think this track is really no track position, or is it pretty much just ride it out behind somebody and just wait for the mistake to be made by them?
It's a lot of track position, but tires also. So you got to kind of combine both of them, and hopefully at the end you have enough tires to make a pass.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good luck in stage 2.
All right, thank you.
Raymond Rittenauer, I forgot the room that he was in. Oh Lord. That was it, I think. Yes, that was it. I believe so. Okay. I completely just forgot what room he goes in. What am I mentioned in? We'll get this off the screen for y'all now. Get everything else back up there. Currently, Monsieur. He just now coming off pit road. Yeah, he is. Him and Sawyer spent a minute on pit road. What? Why? Alphonse and Wortman did also. I think this is topping off, getting damage fixed. I didn't see any visible damage on them, though. Evidently, they must have gotten it at some point. I just didn't catch them making contact with each other. That's very well what could have possibly happened. Yeah, so he'll Oh, gosh. He's going to have a long way to go. I mean, he actually may not even. He is not catching them before they go back to green. It's a long, long way around. If you're Kyle Larson, you're having flashbacks right now when your car blew a tire out. 2 years ago at Pocono, you had the race won. Then tire blew out on him, and he finished, I think, like 6th or 5th in the last lap. But his car will pull in here. Raymond Rittenauer and Josh Coley on the front row as green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. See those guys having a good time coming off those corners right there. They need to put that somewhere else on the bottom. Guess what goes up in there. Raymond, he does maintain the lead. Coley actually loses a position from where he started. Biggest mover in the race is, holy crap, Gale. He is up 13 positions. He currently sits 7th. So that means he started 20th. That's pretty much almost the last guy in the race. There's only one person. Oh, only one extra person behind you that's an actual driver. Dylan Hale doesn't count as a driver. He has to join the session as one, though. He can have control of the things that he needs to. These guys are 27 laps into the race, so we will take our first commercial break. It will, however, be side by side, so you all will not miss anything. As we are back from the ad break there. Before we had more ads, but evidently I just miscounted all of those that were happening, or one of them might have been playing. I cut it off. However, we are back here as Coley's looking to the outside of Hash. I think Coley got a better exit than Hash there. These two are going to fight side by side for this spot, as Coley will easily get that. Just the draft brings him up with Raymond. Hash is trying to stick his nose there. He can't really do much. Do anything, though. He does get right back to the bumper with Coley. So he might try to rattle his cage just a little bit. Is what he wants to do. think Madison actually just set the fastest lap of the race, 53.77. That man has some speed going for him right now at the moment. That's Coley's able to do what he's doing. Look on board with Raymond and Coley for a lap here. Let's see what these guys do for different lines. We'll stay on Raymond because I kind of cut in at the middle of his lap there, so I'll give him one full lap. You see everybody shifting there after we had a really quick disconnect, so I don't think we missed a lot, though. I not know what that was about. Evidently, disconnection said, I'm not going to do this, and it immediately went back. That was odd, but I don't think we missed anything, though. We'll have to see if we did. I don't believe that we did, however. Rittenhour. Hash. I don't think that we did. Just checking to make sure. No, it looks like we missed a little bit of him. As Coley's right up on the bumper of him. Yeah, it looks like it did cut to Hash being middle of turn 3 and 4, but nothing else was there at all. So I have I don't know why that did that there. Just a random jump that we'll see on the screen. This is one big group now. So Brandon Pamatat, Brandon Klusters, Gale. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers that are in the playoffs up here right now, battling out for position. You got to keep in mind, lap 40, stage break. So don't go out there, cook the car. You got to have it for later. Now, if you got like 2 laps left in the session, then you can go out and just absolutely burn the tires off because they're not going to be on there for much longer. Pretty much chew them off. Who cares at this point, man? Get rid of them. Get them done. This is, I only think the only way Raymond's gonna get past is it's really if he is somehow. What do we have happening back here? Somebody shot sideways. I'm not sure who that was. I think that might have been Balfons. Might have bounced off somebody because it was a black car coming off the 3 and 4 there. Or sorry, not 3 and 4. Coming off a 3. Got confused myself. Brandon or Matthew just threw that thing in the corner. I mean, I don't know how he got around Drapeau like he did. Now, who's Baffon's going to go with? Baffon's will decide, I want the position. And Drapeau is going to be left out to dry. And that it sucks, but that is the way that it is, however. This is top 8. And they've broken away. That's a 4-second gap back to Matthew. I mean, that is a huge gap. I didn't expect to see one that big form, but it's really just as Drapeau leans on Wortman there. Wortman's been leaning on a lot of people, maybe a little bit of a taste of his own medicine. Drapeau is getting to the quarter panel of not letting him have that spot easy. Crossover, however. Actually, that is Boyles. I had the wrong driver. There's 2 green cars in this race. I knew that. It's weird. Kind of confused what I was seeing. I knew there was 2 green ones. Hamatite got a little bit loose on the exit. What made him shoot down that. I think Gale will get that position too. Yeah, because no, not quite. This is one thing about Pocono too. You can really fight on that outside. You'd be surprised that even if you get on under somebody, that position is not yours. They can really fight you for it. One thing I do kind of like about this track is you think you got a big run. You're like, oh, this is an easy position. Nope. Guy outside of you just absolutely just lays the hammer down and sucks you right back around to him. Gale gets into the wall there. You do not want to be doing that, though, as Matson gets a run on Brandon Klooster, who's back here. I did not expect the gap this dang big to be formed. I mean, this is absolutely massive. Coley, I think he's slim. No, he's actually going to try to get to Raymond. Actually may get Raymond too, and he did. So Josh Coley goes to the lead. I think Raymond slipped up in 2. But he's going to get a good run off. Who is Hash going to go with? The choice. But he will kind of give Coley an indirect draft, maybe get up to his bumper. These guys want to hang Raymond out to dry now. That's a smart idea from them too. I'd be doing the same thing. Hash is trying to get around Raymond. I don't know if Raymond will let him. He's trying. He's going to be hanging on the outside. One thing, too, there's a bump in that corner, and if you find it, oh my gosh. It is not fun. I have found it before, and it basically will try to rip the steering wheel out of your hand. It is that aggressive. Now Raymond's back to 4th, and Hash is going for the lead now on Coley. Going to drag a lot of people with them, though. Slow each other down. I'd probably be fighting like this if I were them. Quick's probably looking at this like, hey, let's go do this. Caution will be thrown next lap, I believe, when everybody else crosses the finish line here. So we're just going to fight hard for this because, I mean, the tires, you're not going to keep them on. Tires are coming off either way. It's a little bit of contact there, I think. The caution does come out, so it will be Josh Coley who will win that stage here. Stage 2 winner, Josh Coley. I believe he also has 3 wins on the season, too. And this man has been pretty much rolling the whole entire time he's been in this league. Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking they don't have to come down pit road after they do the stage break caution pit stop. I think they'll be fine. Keyword is I'm saying think, because I absolutely have zero clue if they will or not. I do think they will. It's kind of contradicting myself, but eh. 4 tires fuel for everyone. Now, one thing you can do at this track, if you're close on fuel, you can also draft. Maybe just lay off the throttle a lot more. You know, this is a really wide open track. This track uses a lot of fuel, burns it off pretty quickly. Once you find out the hard way what happens, it's not... Ooh, it ain't fun. Gonna wait for Coley to come down pit road and we'll interview him. I don't want to bring in guys when they're about to come down pit road. I want them to have their full focus on that. I wonder if Coley's fan page or fan group is watching. I believe it was Kelly who does that. Screen share from different multiple states. Or multiple different states. But yeah, everybody's coming, unless you're getting a wave around, that is. Not a surprise to see Coley will lead him in here. Hash second, Matt Quick third, and Raymond Rittenauer, he will come in fourth. On pit road, might exit differently. Depends on how their pit stop is. Coley's got to have a good one. And as soon as I say that, he slides through his box. That'll put him back in this... Yeah, he's going to be back in the pack now. That is not what you want to do, is that. You want to do the exact opposite. I think Hash will probably come out with the lead here, too. As he will... Yep, he will come out with the lead. Coley, where is he at? He is all the way back to 6th now. So we will bring him in for an interview because he did win stage 2. Probably won't be too happy with himself with that pit stop, however. There he is. Hey Josh, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, so you win stage 2 there. You know, how does a car feel overall being, you know, up front and then finally being actually up front of those guys?
It's all right. You got the draft. You know, there's a lane there where you don't have any grip when you're behind somebody, so you're always trying to peek your nose out and find some clean air. But yeah, if you can back up your corners and save a little tire, it pays off in the end. Seems like so. We're back here a little further than we want to be now, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, so do you feel like you have to do anything different here in this final stage, or is it pretty much just drive like I normally do?
Well, I'll just have to have a few things go our way, and hopefully it'll, you know, use our same driving style we always do and try to work our way up through these guys. And, I might be able to make a move on the outside and turn 1 and 2 a couple times, you know, and get a run, clear them before turn 2. So that's be kind of the plan, work our way up. I think if it goes green, we might see some just gas and go stops or something like that. So looks like we're about 4 or 5 gallons short at the moment.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good luck in the rest of the race here. Hopefully you can bring home a win.
All right, man. We'll give her hell.
That was Josh Coley, 33 car. There had a bad pit stop, so he's got to remake all of the ground that he had before. He no longer has any of it, which kind of sucks. I had to say, I don't think you can get 5 gallons, so yeah, these cars can't even fill. Well, saving 5 gallons of fuel. Let's see what their lap time fall off is. 105 gallons, so they ran 20 laps on both stages. So if we assume that they're running out and this car can only hold 20. That means 1 lap is 1 gallon. No, 1 lap is 0.5? 0.7 or 8 gallons of fuel. You would have to save 10 more laps, which that's asking a lot. I think we'll have pit stops here, but green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Kevin Hash leads him to green. Raymond on his bumper giving him a shove. Quick actually surprisingly got a good start being up that lane all by himself too. Don't expect to see that. He goes to second there for just a minute. See Brandon Pamatat there behind him. Snuff Hash is trying to hold back a horde that is all behind him. He does not like to see this as quick. We'll try to go for the lead now. And he says, I want to be up front. Let me try this. Looks pretty cool. He's going to fight Hash there. Hash is going to fight harder, but Hash goes wide. Everybody just put themselves on the wall. I could hear it behind me in the my headset. Don't know who it was, but Quick is gonna. I think Quick is gonna try. He very well may be able to do something with this. Getting awfully close to him. Oh, do it, Brandon. Make it 3 wide. Yes, here we go. 3 wide. Brandon, Raymond, Balfons. I don't think Balfons realized that Raymond can't turn down. Came down into him. Brandon, he will clear both of them for right now. Almost clear of them all. This is the draft that you're going to see. No help, and this is what happens. This right there. These guys just get destroyed on these stretches of racetrack. They just cannot hang with them. It's pretty much impossible to do it when they're like this. But we will go on board with each playoff driver here. So we'll start with Kevin Hash here for 1 lap as he's trying to get these guys off of his tail. They're all going to follow him, though. see the first pit stop here from a driver that is in contention for the championship. Bowles is kind of rolling the dice. We did hear they would have to come back down pit road at least once because the fuel is not there, but these guys are just going to stretch it for as long as they can. They're probably hoping for a caution the way these guys have been racing so far tonight. I don't see that happening. Now, they've done pretty well overall. I will give them that. They have done a pretty dang good job of... just cursed them. Could not have even said that. Now it's going to go really bad. See where Boyles comes out. He's now coming off the end of pit road. He took 4 tires and fuel. Got to get up to speed, however. You guys are going to be flying past him. He'll probably get lapped here as Balfons just comes down pit road also. I'm sure Boyles might not get lapped. I don't think he will. Lap time fall off isn't that much either. I'm seeing about 3/10 maybe. And they took the green about less than 10 laps ago. So I think that these tires are holding up pretty well for him. We very well may just see people get enough fuel to the end and maybe take 2 tires or no tires at that. I think 2 tires will probably be better than changing none. It's not a good idea. Some tracks, this is the short track in the NASCAR schedule. They desperately need to fix that package. Also, don't know how Kyle Larson has launched 2 short tracks this year. As we have Treston Ott coming down pit road, and Gale comes also. Matthew Kluster is coming down. He's running for Storm. Don't know if the points will count. I don't think they will. I truly don't know at this moment. I really want to see how Boyles pans out in this. He's evidently gotten away from these guys. He's going to be faster overall. That's going to be a saving grace. One thing I'm worried about is the part where he's not the saving grace for them, and it ends up bad. That could very well happen. Rapeau comes down. Madsen comes down also. Guys realizing, hey, we kind of have to, you know, come down pit road at some point. Might as well roll the dice. They have 2 playoff. They still have at least 2 more races in this round. Then, you know, they go to their championship race. All kind of just subject to change most of the time, though. I have realized that. Kind of figure that out. I don't know how I have, but I have. That's what that is asking for. It's saying server is not found. Well, evidently, it is found. As that was Coley who just pulled off the pit road. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. But Coley came down pit road there. Manning Gregory comes down. Landon Polinsky. He is not a playoff driver anymore. No, he is not. Okay. I was going to say, I just forgot to remove the banner. I think Coley might have timed this out perfectly. But they have caught Gale on the end of this. This is going to also give him a little bit of a draft. What Coley's doing is he's pretty much just splitting this in half. You know, he realizes, he's like, hey, you know, you're going to come in later. As Hash sees that, and he's like, I'm getting down there. I do not want to be out here. Get me to pit road, please. Not a bad idea. Brandon went with them also as they came down. Bring that out there now. Evidently that one just does not want to do anything, so I think that probably will get rid of that. Let's get rid of that there. Quick, he needs to come down pit road still. Kevin Hash, he's still coming off pit road. I don't think these guys are going to get lapped, which is a good thing for them. They do not want a caution to come out, though. As Raymond and Brandon Pamatak come down. I think that this will... I don't know. This is going to be good and bad at the same time. It's kind of like pick your poison. Do you want good, bad, in between? Well, I don't care. I'm just going to throw you one. Huh. I think that leaves only a couple people out. No, Quick comes down. Okay, he does come down this lap. Good call from him. He's not going to be out much longer. He does have a huge lead, but he'll probably come out a little bit behind Wortman and Rittenauer. Wortman and Rittenauer. Sorry, Wortman, Coley, and Rittenauer. Oh, what lap are they running now? So, tire fall off is really not that big. I mean, it's I mean, it's not that huge. I mean, I'll show you all their last time. So some of those guys, that's because they're on pit road, but no, kind of comparing the guys that pitted. So some of their best laps were 53.85s. Somebody pitted on lap 56. We're looking at Matt Quick's time. Sorry, wrong time. Brandon Kluster, who's his time. 54.23 is what he ran last lap. That's actually slower than his best time. That's on like fresh tires too. So I don't know. I don't think these tires are wearing very much. I think that it really is just a dang this draft. I mean, I really think this is so draft heavy. It's ridiculous. Galvin's probably hoping for a caution. I think the top three are kind of gambling for one. They're just kind of out here. They're like, you know, I'm out here. I'm just going to run. Might as well. I'm just going to do me. Do I care? Maybe. That's dependable. So yeah, there they go. These guys can't last much longer. If only come down pit road. So Coley, well, actually cycled to the lead. He came in at lap 55, but 2 tires and fuel is what he took. Looking at his time on pit road, he was 9.85 seconds on his pit stall time. Not surprised by that. Had a feeling. You roll the dice. He's been really good this season too, and just overall, I think he has 3 wins so far. I mean, that's incredibly good. I mean, that is just stupid good with what he's done. I don't know how he's done it himself, to be honest with you. You know me, I'd be doing horrible. I don't run leagues anymore. I kind of got tired of them. Matson's showing that he wants to look at Little. Lets him know he was giving him a little bit of a look, but he decides to back off of him. As these guys are, we'll wait till Sawyer and Wortman come down pit road. I think these guys will probably run their tank dry. That would be the best option, I think. Was it just be run your tank dry. I mean, you're not gonna win. There's nothing you can do. I mean, you're out by yourself too, so that's not even helping your fuel mileage at all. You're gonna run out of fuel before you get done. So I just think that it's not a bad play for him. As yep, I knew the fan club was here. I knew it. They were just hiding in the shadows. Oh wait, oh hold on. Where's Pamitat? What happened to him? He threw it through the tunnel turn. What happened here? Okay, I don't know what happened. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, he actually hit the wall. I heard somebody through the grass, and it was Brandon Pamitat. Yeah, he just got tight. Oh, pounded the wall. Oh, and he drills it on the inside wall. Keeps it down low. That probably broke the toe. Yeah, it broke the toe immediately in that car. No, it just towed it out. But he comes down pit road as soon as he gets a chance. Goes through the grass, does some little dirt racing there. That car, I'm not sure how he didn't fully wreck that thing. That car should have been junked. He was having a rough night. But I know the guys up front were probably like, please, caution, throw now, question mark. I really don't want to have to be running for my life right now at the moment. Because that's going to end up really bad. Yeah, but Wortman comes down. And we have to come down too. Not surprised we're seeing guys come down when they are. That leaves Sawyer, the lone man out here that has not pitted. One thing too, these guys have been shifting. At Pocono, you actually have to shift now. Just because of the fuel burn-off that happens now. There's no way to get around it. It sucks, yeah, but, I mean, it's how it is now. Actually, it makes it a little bit more interesting because you're shifting at tracks that you would not really think to be shifting at. I know Martinsville, you shift that now, which people will be like, what are you doing shifting here? But you got to, so pretty cool. But finally relents the lead. So Josh Coley, he has a 1 second lead over Raymond, and the way his tires are wearing, I don't think he's really going to lose much. He's also catching guys in front of him. That's going to help him a lot with these lap cars he's catching. That's going to be a little bit of a draft. You always want pretty much as much draft as you can get. The more you can get, the better it is. Sometimes if you can't get it, though, it's yeah, that can be the deal breaker for some people. Actually, Rittenauer has actually lost some time to Coley, too. I mean, he's lost about 4/10 to Coley. Coley's catching these guys in the right spot, too, and this is going to kind of create a little barrier. There's one thing in the race that guys are probably going to be enjoying is when they catch lap cars in the right spot and they pass them and then they get behind them. That's probably one of the better things that can ever happen because you are not having to absolutely push your head off to get away from them. It is hard to stay calm when you know somebody's catching you, but I think that those cars that are behind you that are lap cars, they kind of give you a cushion. You kind of just start to calm down a little bit after that point. It does not pan like I want it to. It just kind of clicks to a car. Yeah, I think this is really going to be a fight for second, more or less. As these guys are within 5 to go, we will do one more side-by-side ad break. You will not miss a thing, though, because it'll be side-by-side for y'all. I did not mean to do that. Let me get that set. We'll go to the commercial break right now. we're back from that. Decided to cut that short because I was like, this is a weird spot for an ad. So I decided not to do that. Raymond is getting a little bit closer, but he's still a second behind him. Or a little bit more than a second behind him, so it's going to be pretty difficult for him to catch him. If he is able to catch him, well, that'll be absolutely amazing. Pretty much have to have fresh tires to do that. I don't think that'll happen. When they're old, they're wore tires at the moment. It's just going to be difficult for him overall to really get to him. Coley, he has won a lot of races this season. I mean, he has been a driver that people are really going for. I don't want to speak too soon right now because he's gaining on Coley. Raymond is, but he's still second behind. But Coley messes up once, and it becomes interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. This could be bad for him if he's not too careful. Raymond, he is definitely pushing hard. Coley just has to not slip up. As long as he doesn't slip up, I think he'll be fine. Keyword, he has to not slip up. And it sounds easy not to do, but trust me, it's pretty dang difficult for that. Yeah, Raymond definitely. I mean, he gave it his all there at the end. That's for dang sure. But Josh Coley, he will go into turn 3. No turn 4, question mark. And he will win the First Responders 175 here at Pocono Raceway. Raymond Rittenauer second, Brandon Klusterhuis third, Matt Quick fourth, and Treston Ott. He will actually come home fifth. Hit on that 53. He had a good race tonight. But Josh Coley, been a man to look at this whole season. He has been somebody who has not just laid down for anyone. I mean, he has fought pretty hard for him. He's going to say, you know, if you want to beat me, I'm going to make you beat me the hard way. That's not going to be just, I'm going to give it up to you. I like that. I think drivers should always race as hard as they can. I got taken out by somebody earlier in the A Open. Just say I did not make his race very fun. Actually ended up winning the dang race too, but when he got by me, it was he had to you know, put some work for it. Let's just say that much. Didn't block him, but talk about laying it on his door. Oh yeah, right on his door. But we'll watch him do his burnout here. Go celebrate. An uncommon thing to see for him doing burnouts, for sure. I think he does his burnout there. Car's probably going to blow up while he's sitting here. Is that Raymond doing that? It is. He's trying to blow up his car. We'll get away from that so y'all don't hear somebody redlining their car to try to get to explode, because that is one annoying noise to deal with. You know how that feels. Actually had RC asked them to not do multiple burnouts after the race because I had like multiple people doing it and it would flood the audio. So, yeah, I asked that. But I'll pull up the finishing order here right now for you all. We'll bring in the top 3 drivers. So we'll start with Brandon Klusterhuis. Let me get him here. Hey, Brandon, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Hey Bryce, how's it going?
Man, so you come home second, or third. How'd the race go for
Third.
you overall?
Well, it's a little rough in the back there at the end of the top 10. Some guys are running me rough for no apparent reason, but after I got through that and was able to actually get up to the clean drivers, it was a lot of fun and was able to really have a good fun battle at the end there. It was basically pitch strategy and who could go get it. So one of the better races, man.
Yeah, so how draft heavy was this track? Because it seemed like nobody could really pass each other.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you could catch a guy in the corners and you would have a run, and if he was in the draft, you just stall out. And it's pretty aggravating, but it basically made it become sort of a pit strategy race, which is sort of a nice change sometimes, right? So, it might not have been the fast pack, guys running guys down, but it became a very interesting race at the end.
Yeah, so how does this, make you feel, in the playoffs, knowing that you're still in contention? You had a pretty good race here.
Oh, you ever doubted me? Like, I think I'm always in contention here. So, I had a couple races where some guys did some dirty moves and wrecked me and hurt me in points. But when I can get a good run, I can run really well. And I think I'm going to be in the Final Four just like Rush. So, you just got to believe in yourself. And, the North Stream boys are going to head on to Daytona and try to win it.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Sawyer, JCOM, Tristan, Storm, Matt for, filling in there, getting him a good run, everybody that watches, and of course you for doing a great broadcast, man.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good third place finish tonight, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Have a good one.
Brandon Klusterhus, the third place driver. We'll bring in the second place driver, and Raymond Rittenauer. That's Matt Quick. Wrong driver. Hey, Raymond, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes.
And so you come home second, fall just a little bit short. But, how did the race go for you overall, though?
It was going pretty good there at the first couple stages, but once I got back in traffic, it was a little tough to navigate.
Yeah, so
Air,
how?
dirty air, and
Yeah, I was gonna say now. So how air heavy is this track? Because it seems like nobody can really pass each other at all. It's kind of like the short track races we see in real life.
yeah, if you take away the person behind you's left headlight, then they push up to the wall. So it's really hard for them to turn to get any momentum to pass. So once we got back in traffic, it was tough.
Well, you fall a little bit short of the win here, but how does this make you feel, knowing that you're still in the playoffs, that you had a good run tonight here?
Definitely a momentum boost going into Daytona, because anything can happen going into Daytona. I got some stage points today, so hopefully we can get some next week and see if we can get a win.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Lucky Dogs, teammates, Matt, Kevin, Larry, Josh. All the practice we put in is paying off. So congrats to everybody on a good race. It was pretty clean. So yeah,
All right,
congrats
man.
on you guys for putting on a good broadcast.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good second place finish tonight, man.
All right, thank you.
With Raymond Rittenauer, the second place driver. We'll bring in the race winner in Josh Coley. For some reason, I was tired during that race. Now I have a sudden burst of energy. I have no idea why. I guess I don't know what I've done. But we'll bring him in right now. Hey, Josh, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man? You there? Josh, you there? Give him a little bit. I think he's here, but he's muted or stepped away for a second.
Hello.
Hey, you got a copy?
I got you.
And so you come home with the race win. How does that make you feel? Knowing this is one of your wins this season. I mean, you've had multiple this season, but this one means a lot since it's the playoffs. How does that make you feel tonight?
Yeah, I just kind of barely squeaked into the round of 8. It was kind of stressful because I had a couple. Darlington was a bad race for me, so to get the win the first race of this round is a relief for sure. Now we can focus on Kansas and try to help the guys out the rest of the races this round, and I knew tonight was my opportunity. I mean, I felt good about this track. I've done well here before, and we were able to get win number 4 somehow.
So how was the car the whole entire night? Because it seemed like nobody could really pass each other on this track the whole entire time here.
It was tough. Draft was a big deal. Arrow push was a big deal. Um, if you could get in, like lift early and get your car to cut, and if the guy in front of you went in a little hotter than you and it took him longer to cut the corner, then you could get a run on the exit. But if you didn't get him cleared coming out of the corner, it was pretty tough, you know.
So this was pretty much a big. Well, would you say that this is pretty much a draft heavy track then?
Yeah, yeah, draft heavy, and then a lot of arrow push in the corners too. So it's pretty tricky. I mean, you can get some good runs on people, but sometimes they just you run out of places to go. So a lot of being smart and patient and pushing people when you need to, and then hopefully things work out in your favor. You know, there's 100 things that need to go right and a million things that can go wrong. So we just got lucky tonight, and everything went right.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank Wilson Farms, CRT, all the people that tune in and watch. You guys for broadcasting. Sawyer and Dylan for all the work they put in to make this happen. The guys on the team couldn't have, I don't think I would have won without their help working with them. So, yeah, thanks to everybody.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good win here tonight, though, man.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
It was Josh Coley, the race winner. He has had multiple wins this season, so he's not a stranger to victory lane. We will go over the finishing order here now. Josh Coley first, Raymond Rittenauer second, Brandon Klusterhuis third, Matt Quick fourth, Treston Ott fifth, Dave Matson sixth, Eric Drapeau seventh, eighth, Matthew Klusterhuis, who was running for Storm, ninth, Alex Little, 10th, George Balfons Jr., 11th, Daniel Haff, 12th, Adam Boyles, 13th, Kelvin Masseur, 14th, Christopher Gale, 15th, Sawyer Ott, 16th, Brian Wortman, 17th, Kevin Hash, 18th, Paul Majivka, 19th, Manning Gregory, 20th, Landon Polinsky, 21st, Brandon Pamitat, Dylan Hill, race control, so he does not count. But that was a pretty good race overall, really draft-heavy track. I will be streaming tomorrow in the Four Corners Racing League, but I will roll this animation, and I will let you all go.